What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we are going to be doing a market watch. We're going to be looking at some promos that are kind of going crazy, maybe some promos you might be wanting to look at a little bit closer, and other cards that are just exploding on the market. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So guys, if you want to help support the channel with no extra cost, please use the affiliate link down below. It costs you nothing to support the channel, and it's just a great way of doing it while you're checking out cards that you are always ready going to be paying for. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm a big believer on certain things, and using tools to our fullest extent is so important. And I think having TCG market news is huge, to be honest with you. You want to be able to gain the most accurate data you can, and to be honest with you, having months data versus 7 days kind of gives you a good understanding of where cards are going and where they're going to be landing sooner or later. We're looking at all the losers, but you have an option to look at winners. These are cards that are basically climbing up with great value. As you can tell, Renamon alts are going up, Magna X. But what's really nice is you can make your own personal watch list where it specifically looks up cards that you typed in, and boom, you can go from there. So hopefully you guys take advantage of these tools and you'll get a better understanding on how markets work, especially the Digimon trading card games. Since we are now universal release, cards can become volatilely expensive just because a picture art, I'm looking at you, All Force, gets shown off. That means future support. So this leads into the question, like, maybe you eventually, what I hope to do is make watch lists related to decks where, oh, this is a All Force, all the pieces that All Force is working with. It'll be a way of you being able to track it, and sooner or later I'll be able to share that. It's a feature that's coming, and I really hope to do that for future. And eventually this should help you out for max rarity, low rarity, and kind of give you those edge up when you're gonna need to grab those pieces. But we have Examon Dragonic Roar EX03. We're up to $35 to $40 just for the base, guys. This is a little bit of hype because of Xmon X and Dracomon X, both being key functionalities that the old one wants to be taking advantage of and giving new keyword strength that it originally didn't have. So it's kind of cool to see the upgrades, right? Now the alts are sitting at 37s, almost up to 40s as well. So if you need to pick up copies, just snag the alts right now. It should lead you into a better spot. Europe side looking like 28 to 30 euros for its alt, but we also do have the regulars at 20 to 30 euros. Now, All Force Digimon alts, after Friday's video, they kind of popped off, and now we're up to 28s. Kind of sorry for that, for the little bit of hype that I created, but, you know, we saw the All Force come into play, and it's just very important to use those. Now, Europe side looking like 10 to 15 euros. Europe hasn't really hopped on the train yet, but that could change all of a sudden with a reveal or two. Now, Arena alts are up to 110. I know this was not this price not too long ago. We were in the 40 to 50s just on Friday. I am sorry about that. Europe side looking like 40 to 50 euros. Now, Hina update pack, make sure you get your copies. You never know with how the Dragon Link deck can get more and more support as time goes on, and then leads into this deck being more and more expensive. And Promo Hina will have the history of promo effects, right? Make sure you just get your 4 copies, even if you didn't want to own it. You never know when it's going to be valuable to you. And I really want to emphasize that because the deck could be dog garbage for a bit, but all of a sudden new support leads into this deck being phenomenal. Look at Red, Purple, Imperial Dramon. All it took was a great wave of what, 6 to 7 cards, and boom, the deck has exploded in value. So just keep that in mind. We're up to 6 to 5s. Europe side looking like 3 to 4 euros. Now, Pause Plug-in P was another card that was sitting at the lowest. I remember things selling in $2 ranges, but they're at $20 a pop. And again, this is not going to come down anytime soon. Hopefully we get a reprint of it. But if you have this, time to sell. Europe side looking like 13 to 14s. Now Shadramon is getting its reprint, and we should start seeing them trickle in sooner than later, but we're up to $70 a pop, which should alleviate the stress of this card. Europe side looking like 45 to 50 euros. Now Europe side's looking like 35 to 37 euro range, which is not terrible. If you guys have ways of getting your stuff from Europe, might be a good way of doing it, but you never know. Now, Skull Knightmon is another card you should probably be on your radar with because of the Bagra army and Twilight. This thing, once Bagra gets shown off, it gets shown off more and more over the set. I expect this card to keep climbing. Will climb up fast because it is a promo that you're gonna definitely need. So make sure you pick up a couple copies just to be on the safe side for the Bagra army deck, or even if Dark Knightmon gets more support. Europe side looking like 12 to 17 euros. Now Flame Dramon, we already know there is an update, but you know, there is going to be something in October to get you another shot at this card, but looking at 50s to 55 euros, crazy. Europe side looking like 35 to 40 euros. You're just going to have to wait this card out. Armadillomon, another promo card I highly recommend making sure you get your hands on. You never know when they're going to do a whole more support for this deck. And seeing it as a promo, this does lead into cards spiking up. This is probably the third, this is not the highest rarity, but mid rarity. Players will pick up the high rarity first, then move on to mid, and then the last rarity. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to you how you want to handle it, but make sure you get a couple copy, like a full playset of Armadillomons, just in case. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. You guys have it in a good spot. Huckmon promo 119. We're up to $4 and climbing. Make sure you get your copies. You never know when the support for Yoli is going to come, or, you know, just in general. This card lets you DNA at the end of your turn. And, you know, Valkyriemon is a deck that can get more support as time goes on. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Zubermon promo 09. Another card that definitely has gone down, but again, this is a promo, so Ragnalord, anything's gonna make this spike. Europe side looking like 9 to 10 euros. Mega Kabuterimon promo update. It is going down. This one I recommend waiting on. Just keep watchful eye on it just in case there is more bug support, like with, you know, Tyrant. Europe side looking like 17 to 20 euros. Nightmon promo 111. We're up to 6 to 7s. Europe side looking like 10 to 13s. Gumdramon BT12. We're up to $2 to 3s for the event pack winner. This is just hype for the Hunters deck. Just keep this on your radar. 1 euro to 2 euros. Raremon promo 101. For the regional participations are sitting at 16s to $20 range. People are snagging this up. You never know with these promos. I really do not want you guys to be spending like $50 and being bought out of a deck. Europe side looking like 10 to 15 euros. Mematyromon, 19 to $20. Just keep this on your radar. I expect this to dip down. I don't expect this to hold long-term max value. Europe side looking like 8 to 10 euros. You guys have it in a better spot. Beelzemon EX06 up to 2s to 3s. Just for a rare, guys. If you have this sitting around in your bulk, move it. Europe side looking like 5 cents to 15 to 20 cents. Hankumon Infernal Extension EX06 up to 3s to 4s. Europe side looking like 5 to 10 cents. Now Demimera BT10, BT20s. This one you want to make sure you have for your Ghosty max rarity decks. It is only $2, but again, if the deck ever evolves past its tier, this is something you want to have listed. You know, have your playset max rarity pieces. So this is something you just don't want to sleep on. Europe side looking like 90 cents. Now, Wingdramon box toppers are up to $7. If you have this lying around, I think it's worth moving. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Magnamon BT13s are up to $6. From just being a top 4 finisher, right? Europe side looking like 4 to 5 euros. Taiki Kudo box topper across time BT10s were up to $10 a pop. Wow. Wasn't expecting this, but if you guys have this from max rarity days, probably a good time to flip it, right? Let the hype do its job. Europe side looking like 2 to 3 euros. Paroxymon Resurgent Booster RBO1 up to 8s to 10s, going to 16s. Wow, they're already 16s to 20s. Whew. Up to $30 just for the base. This is what I'm talking about. Older stuff can easily disappear. Europe side 7 to 9 euros. Wormmon BT12. Across time, we're at $8.50 to 11s. Now 3 to 4 euros for this card. You never know, right? I mean, there's been a lot of copies and printings just for you to be able to get this alt, but it always fluctuates in price. Emperor Greymon alts are climbing. Why? I mean, yes, it's because the new promo actually helps and combos in nicely, but we'll have to see long term if this is actually going to be viable. Europe side looking like 7 to 10 euros. Shoutmon Release Special Booster 2.5 are up to $3 to $4. And almost on buyout status. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Metal Seedramon Chain of Liberations are up to 10s. Wow. I mean, Water Hose is still Water Hose. Europe side looking like 5 to 6 euros. Now, Heavy Metal Dramon alts, if this is your time to sell. People are paying these prices up to 32. If you guys have been sitting on this card, just get rid of it. If you have no intentions of playing this max. Europe side looking like 10 to 12 euros. Is this ace paired to regular? Ah, no, no, no. Boop. Let's fix that. Boop. Fixed. 19 to 20 euros. Magnamon New Awakening BT08 already climbing up, guys, more and more. Even though this is an older card, it might be worth your investment to make sure you get your copies just in case you want to play it lower to the ground instead of Magna X antibody with the new support that's coming in BT21. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Mervamon Dimensional Phase BT11s are up to $2 to $5. Europe side looking like 3 to 4 euros. Ghostmon alts release special boosters are up to $22 to 23s. Hype for the ghosties, you never know with support. Europe side looking like 15 to 17 euros. Mega Seedramon X antibodies are up to $4 a pop. Make sure you get 1 to 2 copies because it seems blue decks are going to be splashing this long term. Europe side 1 to 2 euros. Now Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode aces are up to $4 a pop. Dragon Mode. Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Dino Beamon release special booster for the release stamps are up to 5s. You never know with this card, right? Europe side looking like 1 to 2 euros. Now you have Valdramon release special boosters. The release stamps are up to $4. Excel deck just eating good apparently for max rarity pieces. 50 cents, 1 euro. Breaker Dramon is up to $14 to 15 to 18s to 20s. You guys have this, flip this. Europe side looking like 50 cents, 1 euro, 2 euros. Sangumon release special boosters are up to $1.50s to 2s. If you guys have this from the 2.0 in your bulk for an uncommon, it's definitely worth moving. Europe side looking like 2 cents, 3 cents. Now, Doraemon Alts Dimensional Phase BT11s are up to $2 to 3s. Now, Europe side looking like 3 to 4 euros. Ancient Greymon Secret Crisis BT17s were up to 5 to 6s. Now, Europe side looking like 5 to 6 euros as well. Sukuyamon X Antibody Chain of Liberations are up to 7s. I mean, if you guys want to, definitely check out my Etsy store down below. I do have the tokens for this, so definitely could help you out if you're planning on playing this deck. It did take up some numerous slots in the most recent big event. Europe side looking like 2 to 3 euros. Now, Fenrir, Luga, Takamazuchis are down to 11s to 13s. Still holding strong, but if you guys want, just keep watching out on this because I don't think the deck is completely down and out yet. Europe side looking like 10 to 14 euros. Lord Nightmon release special booster promo of release events up to $13. Ew. Europe side looking like 80 cents, 90 cents. Owen Dreadnought release special booster 2.0 are up to $20. Ew. Now, again, 3 to 4 euros. Again, this is Medusa just trying to weasel its way through. Then we have Invisimon being Invisimon. We're up to $2 still holding. You never know. List them. See if you want to make some money. Your side looking like 50 cents, 1 euro. But all in all, guys, make sure you use TCG Market News. I have the link down below. Just bookmark it. Make it worth your while. And guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.